This is a psychologist talk, and he does surviving narcissism. He's got a channel, 10 signs of a troubled, jealous person, and he's bringing this up for whatever reason. And I mean, you clearly see like the first three that are gonna ring as very familiar to you right off the bat.
Identification of jealousy is a dread of aloneness or separation. Now, notice I didn't just say a fear of aloneness or separation. I mean a dread. Jealous individuals are very afraid of just being left out. They're afraid of being known as a nobody. And so much of their persona is in a very bravado kind of way saying, hey, you need to see how important I am. You need to see how good I am. And everything, everybody around me needs to make sure that you're connected to me. And jealous individuals want to hold the person in their possession very tightly to them.
All right, I want you to kind of pay attention to these things. I mean, does that sound familiar at all? I mean, all right, let's look at number two. Let me see if I can pull up number two. Hold on. All right.
A second indicator is disapproval of emotions or actions that might imply a lack of affirmation. These individuals, like I say, they're very hungry for someone to prop them up. And so if you say or do anything that implies that you're not on their team, that can really bother them greatly. Now, they'll just say something like, hey, I'm a very loyal person and I want you to be a loyal person. But make no mistake, it's much more than that. They must have your affirmation because ultimately they're empty on the inside.
Wow. Does that sound familiar at all? Anybody? Anybody ever heard of anything like that? You know, where they got to keep you in their social circle and you can't have any outside influences at all. And, you know, they bring up loyalty all the time. Anybody ever heard of that? You ever heard me say, oh, you're over there in their chat, you're being disloyal? Or do all that bullshit, that crying bullshit, that immature crying motherfucking bullshit. I mean, come on. Even his own people say, JT, you're just easy going. You're just so easy going. That's your problem. Yeah. You know, I mean, I just don't do that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn. Okay, so let's look at the third thing.
A third ingredient is they're a relationship taker. And basically, their whole life is, their whole way of thinking is, what are you going to give me next? Now, they may actually give certain things to you, whether it's in a place of work or business or in your relationships. They may give nice things to you or do nice things for you, but make no mistakes, then at the end of it, it's like, now, I've done my fair share. What are you going to give me? And so even the giving has a taking angle.
Exactly. Anybody ever seen that? You ever seen me say, or any of my friends say, I did this for you, JT, you've got to do this, you know, other than these individuals? I'm just saying. You know, this is what we're trying to break away from, these types of people. I'm just saying.
That's attached to it. That's how or in your relationships, they may give nice things to you or do nice things for you, but make no mistakes, they're very hungry for someone to prop them up. And so if you say or do anything that implies that you're not on their team, their whole life is, their whole way of thinking is, what are you going to give me next? Now, they recognize these nice things for you, but make no mistakes, then at the end of it, it's like, now, I've done my fair share. What are you going to give me? And so even the giving has a taking angle that's attached to it. That's how they operate. A fourth indicator is they have a diminished view of the person they wish to possess. And that's important for you to recognize. These individuals, it's like, well, sure is good that you have me around because I can do all the thinking for you. You're too dumb in your own right to have to be able to think for yourself. And they can be very insulting and they can be very condescending toward other individuals. Part of the reason that
We haven't seen that at all, right? I mean, who's very condescending towards other individuals? Hmm? Anybody got any guesses? Who's always calling Lauren stupid and this and that and saying that people are stupid or this and that or they're the N word over and over again or this and that? Who does that kind of shit? I just want to throw that out there, right?
is they create isolation. In the jealous person's mind, their thinking is you'd be a lot better off if you just keep attachments from other people from happening. I don't want you to be attached to someone else. They'll take you astray. Meaning you might actually get some input from someone other than me, and that's part of their insecurity. And so many times they isolate you. They don't want you to be around other individuals. They don't want you working on other kind of things that might expose you to different people or perspectives or ideas. That threatens them greatly. Isolation is something that many people who have been attached to jealous people will acknowledge readily.
I'm absolutely all for y'all getting other people's perspectives. 100%. You know, and seems like Lauren is too, and it seems like ODN is too. I mean, nobody's like sitting here saying, oh, don't be in so and so's chat. You know, we never even bring that up. You know, I could have seen somebody in their chat talking mad shit about me, and they'll be in my chat, and I'll say, you know, well, here's my perspective. Let's go over it. I mean, if they're getting what I'm talking about, great. If they're not, you know, whatever, man, I'll fucking talk back to them and say whatever the fuck it is that I feel like I need to say. You know, and I don't have this fear of other people's perspectives. I mean, obviously their perspective is skewed and it doesn't align with mine. I feel that it's wrong. You know, maybe you don't feel that way. Maybe you feel like they're absolutely right. Oh well, you know, I mean, continue to keep an open mind open and hear both sides, though. Is that really a problem? I mean, have I ever told you otherwise? But they have. Oh, if you go over there, that's it, you're out of the Lycan Legion, you know, and all this shit, right? I mean, or is it just me? Just saying, little video here. Might make a part two, I don't know.